Hello again. I am every bit as keen on hearing about flying saucers as the next man, and I'm always excited to hear tales of aliens being concealed in a special part of Area 51, reverse engineered spaceships, and all the rest of it. This is, however, a minority interest, and when I see it suddenly grabbing the headlines, and apparently sober-looking former pilots and secret agents admitting publicly that they have seen and heard some pretty rummy things, my first thought is not that at long last my deepest suspicions have been confirmed. My first thought is, what is being concealed here? How are we being misdirected? Why on earth are flying saucers trending on Twitter? A quick look around the rest of the news from the United States soon tells me what it is that somebody wished to be overshadowed by the announcements about space aliens and UFOs. Several things happened yesterday which will probably have a far greater effect upon the world than flying saucers. One of these was the news that Speaker of the House of Representatives in Washington, Kevin McCarthy, is talking publicly about the possibility of President Biden being impeached. He compared Joe Biden to Richard Nixon, which for those of us old enough to remember Nixon is a sobering thought indeed. At the same time, President Biden's son Hunter is up in court on charges of failing to pay his taxes on time in 2017 and 2018, and he's also admitted the illegal possession of a gun while being a drug user. This is embarrassing enough, of course, but the allegations being made behind the scenes for some time, and now openly, are that his father is in some way mixed up in his son's business affairs and that there's a lot of corruption going on in the background. Then, too, there are two awful facts which everybody is trying hard to avoid mentioning or even thinking about. The first of these is that the President of the United States is very obviously suffering from the early stages of dementia, and nobody really knows what to do about it, and so no one really wants even to acknowledge it. This goes hand in hand with the terrifying fact that if he became for any reason completely incapacitated, then the next in line would be Vice President Kamala Harris. Harris, as everybody knows, is a classic diversity hire, being both a woman and also having a dark skin. That's fine for the post of Vice President, where you don't actually have to do anything. But the idea that this dim-witted and inarticulate woman could get control of the nuclear code is one to chill the heart. While Biden's administration looks to some as though it's undergoing a slow-motion collapse, Donald Trump's chances of returning to the White House seem to be increasing. Some people hope that a way will be found of indicting him for some serious offence and tying him up in legal proceedings to prevent his being in the running for next year's election. He's so popular, though, that any such move could provoke unrest. It is for these reasons that some people who wish to calm things down a little thought that it might be a good idea to offer us a little light entertainment in the form of flying saucers and alien corpses in Area 51. It was perhaps felt that if we could all be sidetracked into gulping at YouTube videos of UFOs rather than films of Joe Biden falling down another flight of steps, then it would provide a little breathing space for sensible people in America to work out what on earth they're going to do to prevent either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump getting into the Oval Office. It is going to be interesting to see what these people come up with. In the meantime, I, for one, am happy to gaze open-mouthed in amazement at the films from planes of the US Air Force showing mysterious objects which move faster than light or whatever it is they're supposed to be doing. I am all in favour of seeing more UFOs.